to share my birthing story with you guys. So I had my daughter September 26th, and we stayed at home. Okay, let me rewind back. I'll rewind back. So at 1 o'clock in the morning on September 26th, I was just like really feeling kind of out of it. My lips were really swole. I was not feeling too good, but I was okay. The children were running around. I was really irritated by it. And so my husband was like, well, look, you sound like you're, maybe going into labor, because it was almost that time. And so he was like, well, we're going to take them. Excuse my voice too, you guys. Let me get some water. Anyways, so he was like, we're going to take them to your mom's, yada, yada, yada. So we get the children packed up, take them to my mom's. I'm like, oh, I'll probably be back to get them, whatever. So I go home, and I'm like, something's just not sitting well with me. I really want to get her door hanger finished, her little greeting, like, welcome home thing. I wanted to get it finished, and I can actually show you guys. Hold on a second, I'll show you what it looks like. So anyways, here's the door hanger that I made that day. And oops, I just dropped the little thumbtack that was in there. Okay, but anyways, it cost me about maybe less than $10 to make this, and whatever. So anyways, that's the door hanger that I was working on that night. So the day goes by, he gets me food, we eat, and I'm just like, oh, I couldn't really eat all the way. And I just kept feeling pains, because they started at like 1 o'clock that morning and they never stopped. So he was like, oh, you probably got to pass gas. So anyways, he was always making little crazy jokes like that while I was pregnant. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's right. Time goes on and time goes on. I'm irritable now. My knees are starting to hurt. My back is starting to hurt. But I'm just working. Hot gluing and burning myself and trying to finish this door hanger. So he says, you sure you're okay? And he's like, when are they coming? And I'm like, dang, they coming like every 2 minutes. Like, oh, it's hurting in my back and everything. But I'm cool, so I'm finishing because I'm determined to get this done. Okay, I'm determined. So I'm, he's packing our bags and getting stuff together. And I'm like, oh, I'm not done. And I ate me a popsicle because it's like really hot. And so now I'm like in dire pain. Like my feet hurt, my ankles are hurting. I'm sitting on this ball. It's like yoga ball that I use during my pregnancies to kind of relax and just chill out so that I can stay at home for a long period of time. So now this ball ain't working. I'm like, ooh, babe, ooh. He like, what? I'm like, I'm in pain. Like, I'm really hurting. I can't walk. So he had to pull my van up to the front of my yard and take me outside. We grabbed our bags and everything. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta call the place. I don't think I'm gonna make it. So I'm like, but my water hasn't broken. My water never broke with any of my children, so I really wasn't expecting for it to on the fourth one. Like, that's just not realistic. So we get to the hospital, and I can't walk. He's pushing me in the thing, and so when we get up there, and I'm in like, oh, okay. So when I get up there, I'm just still breathing though, and I'm fine. Like, so when I get in the room, the lady's like, okay. The nurse is like, okay. Do you have to use the bathroom? So just I'm like, kind of okay. So when I get up on the bed, and she's like, cock your legs back, do you want to, so that I can check your dilation. When she stuck her hand up there, she made this crazy ass face, like, and I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, you're like 8 centimeters. Yeah. And my husband looked at me and I looked at him. I was like, so what does that mean? She's like, you about to have this baby. I'm like, I'm about to have the baby. I'm not ready. Like, I need time to prepare. Like, so mentally now it's like, you don't got time to mentally, you didn't have 9 months. Get it together. So I'm like, snap at it. Get it together. So my husband looking at me all crazy and I'm looking at him all crazy. I'm like, okay, it's almost time. So it's like, dang, it's really almost time. So now it's time. So I call my support, like therapeutic support, I guess you could say, family, So anyways, so 2 sisters from my mosque, they come to the hospital. Well, my mother-in-law and then a sister from my mosque, my minister's wife. So they get there and they set up and everything, and I'm just out of it. Like, I'm like, oh my God, this hurts so bad. This hurts so bad. So anyways, long story short, I ended up pushing twice, and she was out. There was no long drawn out thing. I wasn't there for longer than maybe 10 minutes on that table pushing. And I was just like, oh my goodness, she's here. And so, like, I just got overwhelmed. Of course, my husband cried, and everybody was just kind of emotional about that moment. But I'm like, me, I'm sitting back like, it went by so quick. Like, I was expecting for it to go longer, but it went by really, really quick. And it was not as painful as I thought it was gonna be. Like, on the actual table when I was pushing her out was more pain than the whole entire labor. Um, it was really, really quick. Like, everything just went like boom, 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 so fast. So I didn't have time to really go, ooh, you know what I mean? So, anyways, I just wanted to share some encouragement for those of you who are on your way to having babies, who are on your way to having natural births or water births or home births or whatever births you're having. Like, I really, really wish you the best. And I just want to let you know that staying in one and in tune with God, Almighty God, Allah, is what helped me through the entire process. Because I kept saying, reminding myself, there is no God but Allah. And you got to be strong because your baby girl needs you to be strong. And you got to push through this, and you can't dwell in the pain. And so that's what keeps me out of the pain. That was my fourth child. And each time I tell myself, you can't think about that pain, because the minute you succumb to that pain, you can put your baby at risk and yourself at risk. So you got to be stronger. And it's really at that point, mind over matter. You cannot focus on that. You have to become one with Allah. You're not becoming one with your husband, your mama, your friends, nobody, whoever, none of them doctors. No one can help you but you. You have to help yourself. You got to be mentally ready for it. So you have to continuously pray, keep yourself aligned, on positive vibes. So that way you don't fall into that and, end up probably having to get a C-section or epidural, or, that can sometimes be the problem because we put ourselves under a lot of stress. Just sometimes, other times we have medical issues and whatnot. So that's not the same. But if you're healthy enough and you're able to go through a natural birth, these tips will help you tremendously. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, my little story time, or my husband freaked out when we were about to have a baby. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't freak out. He did really, really well. Yeah, for what husbands do. He did really well. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my story time. And until next time, I will see you guys on Instagram. Deuces.